About that, Jake. Thanks. We are in the home stretch, and it's going to be a fierce fight to the finish. We're joined now by former mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, who's at Republican headquarters there in D.C. It is good to see, and you have a smile on your face, even though the Giants lost last night. I saw you checking the sports page.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one to watch. But maybe it's a wake-up call for us.
It could be. It could be. We saw what Barack Obama said yesterday. Today, we're waiting on John McCain. He's going to unveil his new economic plan. What's going to be the main difference in his plan?
I think the main difference is that this plan is going to really complement what the Treasury is doing today, and it's going to go right to the heart of what is concerning Americans, which is being able to stay in their homes, for senior citizens being able to withdraw money if they need it without penalties, and most importantly, to make sure we don't have a bunch of foreclosures by giving direct relief, making sure some of this money is used for those people who are in the most jeopardy. So we've got help at all levels of society, not just at one.
John McCain yesterday barely mentioned Barack Obama's name. He was on message. He was talking about the things that he brings to the table, and he's really toned down the rhetoric yesterday. But overnight, one of his staunchest allies, the best example of the way John McCain has been able to reach across the aisle, Senator Russ Feingold, he said this overnight: it won't seem credible for the John McCain he knows to say his campaign should be respectful while seeming to look the other way as his campaign employs certain tactics and rhetoric which are intended to appeal to the fears of some Americans. We did not see this from John McCain yesterday. Have we turned the page, so to speak, in that regard?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, both campaigns have had people, surrogates, people who are involved with them, say things that maybe the candidates themselves wouldn't say. The reality is they have great disagreements, a lot of respect for each other, but great disagreements. I think the real issue here is, in my view, John McCain is much more prepared to be president than Barack Obama. He has the experience. He's led this country through crisis before. Barack Obama is basically new on the scene, doesn't have that experience. Those are not personal things. Those are things that go to their resume, and I think that's what John will be emphasizing. Plus, I think his package of reforms for the economy are really going to help this economy grow, whereas I think Barack Obama, who wants to raise taxes, raise tariffs, which is exactly what Herbert Hoover did, would be a terrible mistake.
And how does John McCain turn it around? Our ABC News Washington Post poll has him 10 points down. No one has ever come back from that kind of deficit. Conservative columnist Bill Kristol says McCain should fire everyone in his campaign, and we know he's not afraid to do that. He did that over the summer, and it really helped. What advice are you giving him to turn it around?
You know, my advice is that he just has to get his message out. I mean, John McCain is one of the most experienced candidates we've ever had for president. His prescription on the economy is exactly correct. He's the person who can handle this country if we have any kind of national security problem or anything else. Ronald Reagan was pretty far behind at this point, 3 weeks before the election. Look, John McCain is someone who's been through difficulties before. I watched him, you know, down and out in the Republican primary. He came back. He beat me. He beat everybody else. I believe he's going to do the same thing. And John is not someone who's going to overreact. Very steady hand on the tiller when he's when you know, things are difficult, and I think we see that now.
Many are anxious to see tomorrow's debate, the third and final debate. But the time that we have remaining, I know you're a sportscaster at heart, and you're in D.C. because of honoring the Italian Prime Minister, and there was a mishap last night. Can you kind of give us a play-by-play of what happened?
Yeah. Well, Berlusconi, you know, the President Berlusconi was toasting President Bush, and in Italian, and at the very end, he hit the podium, knocked off the front part of the podium that contained the microphone, and quickly recovered and grabbed the microphone and continued without interruption with his toast to President Bush. But there was a moment there where it looked like that podium was headed for President Bush. But Berlusconi's recovery was operatic in nature. I mean, he just picked right up.
Picked it right up. That was great play-by-play, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. Thank you very much. And more importantly, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Rob.
We certainly do appreciate it. Okay.